Am I wrong for refusing to give my neighbor my Wi-Fi password even though she really needed it? I, 16 female, live with my parents in a pretty quiet neighborhood. A few weeks ago, our next-door neighbor, Karen, not her real name, probably mid-40s, knocked on our door and asked if she could have our Wi-Fi password. She said her internet was down and she needed it to work from home. I felt bad, but my parents have always told me not to share passwords without asking them first, so I said no and suggested she contact her provider or use her phone hotspot. She got visibly annoyed and said, "Wow, I can't believe you'd be that selfish. It's just Wi-Fi." Then she stormed off. Later that day, my parents came home and I told them what happened. They agreed I did the right thing. Over the next week, Karen kept making passive-aggressive comments when she saw me. Stuff like, "Must be nice having internet you don't have to share," or "Some people don't care if others lose their jobs." My dad works in IT security. A few days later, he told me that our router logs showed multiple failed attempts to access our network. Not just normal attempts either, someone was actively trying to brute force the password. He got the IP and traced it back to Karen. Turns out her internet wasn't down at all. Her provider had suspended her service because she'd been using her connection to run an unauthorized online business that violated their terms. She wasn't asking nicely because she needed help. She wanted a backup connection. My parents ended up installing extra security, and shortly after that, Karen stopped talking to us entirely, but so did the neighbors. When my dad did get one of them to chat, he found out that Karen told them he had tried to get her fired. So, am I wrong for causing all this drama? Edit for everyone asking, no. She never apologized. Final verdict. Not wrong. Turns out the Wi-Fi wasn't the only thing she was trying to take. Update. Am I wrong for refusing to give my neighbor my Wi-Fi password? Wow, I didn't expect so many responses. Thanks for all the judgments. Most of you said I wasn't wrong, and honestly that made me feel a lot better. But things escalated in a way I did not see coming. A week after I posted, Karen showed up at our door again. This time she was overly sweet. Like, creepy sweet. She apologized for being stressed and said she hoped we could start fresh. Then she casually mentioned that she had already gotten internet again, so everything was fine now. That felt weird, but my parents were polite, and the conversation ended. Later that night, my dad checked his work email and froze. Turns out Karen had filed a complaint about him. She had contacted his company claiming that he had hacked her internet, blocked her access, and monitored her online activity. She even implied he'd used his job to spy on neighbors. My dad's company actually takes those complaints very seriously. They launched a formal investigation. For 2 extremely stressful weeks, my dad had to turn over logs, devices, everything. Thankfully, he's, well, an IT security professional who documents everything. The router logs showed the failed access attempts from her IP address. Time-stamped. Repeated.
Clear as day.
When confronted with the evidence, Karen changed her story. And that's when the real truth came out. Her unauthorized online business wasn't just reselling stuff. She'd been running multiple fake accounts, using neighbors' networks when possible, to dodge bans and payment restrictions. She had already been warned by her provider, and apparently by at least one platform, for suspicious activity. By accusing my dad, she was trying to flip the narrative and preemptively discredit him. It backfired spectacularly. The investigation cleared my dad completely. Karen's complaint was marked as malicious. Shortly after, a moving truck showed up at her house. She's gone now. One of the neighbors later admitted she'd asked 3 other houses for Wi-Fi before us. Everyone had said no. I was just the youngest and easiest target.
So yeah.
Turns out saying no to sharing Wi-Fi accidentally helped uncover something way bigger. Final update verdict. Still not wrong, and apparently dodged being an accessory to whatever that was.